YouTubers, I'm going to show you guys how to replace the safety switch to a top-loading washer. And right now I'm working on a Sears Kenmore, but this will go for Kenmore, Whirlpool, Costco, just a multitude of brands. It's pretty much universal on these things. This happens to be a commercial washer. So I actually have a coin box that goes right here. The residential is basically the exact same thing, except your back control panel actually goes out to this edge. Okay. So basically the first thing to do is unplug it. Safety Sally's, unplug. Don't get electrocuted. Okay. I've got a number 2 Phillips here, number 2 Phillips here. We take those out, set them aside. Okay. At that point, you can lift this piece up and fold it back. And it's meant to fold back. It's held on by these little plastic units here. Okay. Next thing is unplug this particular harness. This is the safety switch harness, and this needs to be unplugged and set it back. Okay. Push the wires back, kind of get them out of your way. Okay. You have these little clips that actually hold everything together. It holds this back panel to this outer assembly here. And that outer assembly, that whole thing there, we're going to tilt it back. Okay. So in order to do this, you don't even have to pull the washer out from the wall, by the way. In order to do this, what you're going to do is right down in there, there's a little tab. And you push a large screwdriver in there, push down, and go in a back motion. Push down, okay, and go back. And we'll have to retrieve that. Basically set these clips and set them aside. Okay, here's the fun part. What we're going to do now is we're going to pull this assembly back to gain access to the switch. So just put your hand back there. Be careful because this can be sharp, this material. Okay, so at this point, this is what we've done. Okay, we folded that back out there. We got a lot of dirt in here. This is in a commercial application, and we have a lot of dust this year, a lot, cobwebs and dust. So basically, I've already replaced the switch. I made a video earlier actually replacing it, but I messed it up in downloading, so we're just doing another one here. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go through the lid here, this lid area, and you're going to have 2 Phillips screws. These 2 Phillips screws screw in to the actual switch assembly. Okay, the switch assembly has a ground lead. This is a 5/16 bolt here. You undo this, okay? It's got this little tube, and what you do is you undo this clip here, and it has a clip up here that you need to put in as well. And then you have the plug that plugs into the cabinet. Okay, right there. To release that plug, you just take and push in one of the sides and then go over here to the other side, and it just wiggles out and just falls through. This plug is also keyed, so it can only go back in one certain way. There's a little nubby right here on the bottom. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to match that nubby up with the one on the cabinet. That's going to go in, right? Click, click. It's done. Okay. This is what the switch assembly looks like. This is what broke. The little spring-loaded tab that goes like this broke off, which is really common in these, okay? This is the little harness tube that keeps the wires tucked up nice and neat so they're off to the side so they don't get in the way of anything, okay? All right. Now I'm going to put that top clip back in. Also, I'm going to go back here and try to find the little metal clip that dropped, and I'm going to vacuum this out. So hold on and we'll get right back. Okay, so I found my clip, and we're ready to put the cabinet back up here in its place. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold this piece back here like this, and it's going to, the front here is going to want to kick out from underneath that lip sometimes. So what you do is you pull the cabinet back, Put your foot in there, okay? Push it forward, okay? Check and make sure. If this piece comes back pretty easily, then we've got everything lined up properly, and we're looking really good here. Let's put the clips back in. So we take and put that in there like that, okay? Okay. What do? I have this upside down here. Oh yeah, I do. I had it backwards. Okay, so you take this end of the clip, put it up in there like that, push down, and that is mounted. I'm going to do the other one over here. Grab the right end this time, okay? This goes like this. Pull this forward. Did I get bass backwards again? I certainly did. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. By the way, I'm not a professional. Okay. So that's all nice and sturdy. Let's take that safety harness and plug back in. Okay. Center that up. All that looks good. Okay. Okay, then you're going to fold this piece back like this. And it's got these little catches here that you're going to want to line that up with. So you go back there, get those lined up. Okay. Put your 2 screws back in, and you're good to go. You can give it a test. So this is what we're going to do. I'm actually going to put my coin-op box back on and plug the machine in, and we'll give it a final test. So hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate that somebody put some quarters in, okay? And you see how that's working? See? You put it down, the water goes in, lift it up, and this is also will stop it when it's in a wash or spin cycle. Either way, this all comes to a halt when you open this lid. And what happens is, in the commercial use here, a lot of people stick keys or a screwdriver or a pocket knife down in there. So this thing will, in fact, I'm going to do it to make it so they can fill the washer, move things around, add soap and stuff. But see, this kills these things. These switches are not really all that heavy duty to begin with. But just over normal cycling action, they do go out. Pretty easy to swap out. Took me about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. All good to go. So that's how you replace your safety switch in a Kenmore Whirlpool top loading washer. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.